Brett Papa, and today is a little excerpt from a course I got called Blues Soloing Secrets, Minor Pentatonic, Level Dos. It's a 10.5-hour deep dive into all things minor pentatonic. The track that you hear in the background from this video and the tabs are going to be available in the link down below in the description box. So if you want the jam track and the tab, make sure to click on the link below. All right, thanks for watching. So welcome to the chorus. Now the chorus, we do something different. Well, actually, I should say in this particular lick, we do something a little bit different. We come in on the build up to the chorus, or in this case, the solo section. And it builds on a D chord. So we're going to do a lick coming into the actual chorus or solo section. But the chords of the solo section are the same, but just in reverse order, right, of the verse. So we got. All right, so over this lick, it's just basically that, repeated a couple times. So over the D chord, we got an option. I wanted to like build into it, right? So I thought, okay, well, a great spot to start the solo would be in position 1, right up here. Now I could have started messing around here, but I didn't want to start off high. I wanted to start off low and then get high, right? So that sounded horrible. Okay, so what I wanted to do was build from low to high in my note choice. Okay, so we got, and we have a D chord right here, position 5, right? So position 5 and position 1, I thought, perfect. We'll come in on that D, and we're hitting 3 of the chord tones right there. Well, actually 2 of them are the same, but you're hitting 3 chord tones in a run, right? So you got 10, 12, 10, 12, slide to 14, and then, right, so you got, and then, okay, so we just walk straight up the scale. And then I go, okay, so you've basically, not only have you played over the D chord well, but you've hit all the chord tones and the chords coming up, right? Because you have a C here, or you can play it like the traditional looking C, right? You have a D, and you have your E minor. So we can just stick in this one spot and totally riff out, which is what we're going to do. So we got, and then I bend, which gets me into, right, my C chord. Right, if I do that, then I'm going from C to D, right? And then I can kind of, go over that D some more, right? So that gets that note of our D chord, right? The 3rd. So we've got over our D, got our C chord right here, got our D, and then so what I do there is I go, right? What's great about that is you're starting to set up also for that chord coming up, that E minor. And then I do 14, half step. Right? right? So we got, and then I go. So that is going to be right. So all together. Now, that's great because once we get here, right, we got our E minor. So we've hit our D, build. Got our C, D. Right, so while I'm doing this lick, I covered D, right? But as soon as I start going, right? As soon as I start doing that right there, I'm covering my E minor, right? Right, so we got, and then I slide into another E minor chord tone, right? Our root, then our fifth. Right, so all together. Now, keeping that timing, figure out what works best for you. Like, do you want to alternate pick that, or once you get to, do you want to go down, down, and then up, and then tag down? It's up to you. Sometimes people will alternate pick that whole thing. Okay, now, after that, right, we're gonna do a kind of just a circular bending lick. All right, so yeah. All right, let's play it with the music. So let's break down the next lick. Now the next lick has like a circular kind of blues lick, right? So start doing that, right? If you're not used to that lick, it's a super cool lick. You hear it in a ton of different blues songs or hard rock. All you're doing is you're bending up on the G, so in this case the 14th fret, and then you would go 12, 15 on the B, and then just repeat that cycle. Right, get good at that. One of my favorite things is great lick. You know, you can do it any way you want, but I love coming and finishing it off with that, right? So we got. Now the next part, so you get two of those. Now you're going to bend up. Okay, so that's bending up on 14 and pulling off to 12. And then I'm going to go. Okay, so. And then. That's the next part. So we got. Okay, so it'd be, all together would be 14, 12, 15, 14, 12, 15. Bend up. Pull off, 14, 14, 14, and then 12, 14, 12, 12. And then I'm going to go. So I'm flattening them out. The cool thing is that goes down it's great because we again, with that lick alone, we've hit every single chord tone we'd ever need to sound like we're playing to the music, right? We've covered our D, and then right, that gets us into our C chord, and then we are covering our E minor, right, by playing all these notes as well. So you get them all. So we got, or I'm sorry guys, then I'm gonna go, so that's gonna go 14, 14, and then, right, so, and then I'm gonna do a double stop on the 12th fret G and B. And then I'm going to come back to D and A, 14, and do that lick again, right? So it's kind of a long, complicated lick if it's, you know, spoken, but once you play it, it's really not that big of a deal, right? So. All right, so let's break down the whole solo slowly. Here we go. Okay, so we've spent a ton of time in position 1, right? Now it's like, okay, God, let's get out of position 1. Move already. So we'll go down to position 4 and position 3. Now, our chord shapes, let's check them out. We got C, D, E minor. So position 4 is just killer for chord tones. Right, so we can hit the C. We can hit the D, right? And then E minor. All those type of licks would be totally legit based off just those little triads. You wouldn't even have to move. But what I wanted to do, right, so I wanted to come in and kind of get something kind of angstful, right? Let's play it with the whole music. Here we go. So that first lick, just textbook blues lick. So we're going to come in on the 9th fret, G, and just chill, right? Because we're basically, by going, right, we've hit our C. And then we got D, right? Now when I bend that, you know, we're getting into that E. Okay, so right, and I'm just gonna kind of milk that area because again, it's so good. And then we come down basically, and then start that. So, consult the tab because I don't remember exactly what I did. Or something like that. And then we got. So this lick love that lick. We're going to add the blues note. And it's that timing. Right? So that's 10, 11, 10, 8. And then, so that's going to be 9, 10, 9. And then we go 8, 10. And you're totally hammering that E chord. I mean, right? Our chord's right here. Look at all those tones that we hit. Right there. Again. And then here. So you really hammered in that triad. Okay, and then I'm going to go and totally backtrack again on those chord tones. Okay, so we got. And then, okay, now we're down in position 3. And we also have notes of all those chords. We have our C, right? D. And E. So when I have a you can really work that area with some killer low, you know, all that kind of. I love that kind of stuff. So basically, and then do that same lick, but here. Now it's a little bit different fingering because of the intervals, right? Between these two strings is different between these two, but it's basically the same. Right? So this one's going to be 7, 8, 7, 5, and then 7, 7, 7. And then I climb back up. Because our C's coming back up. Right? So we got. But it goes. So check that out. That one little lick covers all those chords. Right? So that's why that. We could have done like a slow blues solo and just stayed there and we would have been great, okay? So, you know, you don't have to move around. I'm just trying to give you as many different examples of movement and getting through the positions as I can while playing over the chord changes. But remember, blues and all that stuff, just listen to Freddie King and B.B. King and all those blues greats of old, and Buddy Guy, all those just ripping players. So soulful, and they are just riffing on 3 notes, and it sounds so good. So don't get hung up watching me play all over the place or whatever. Always go back. You know, I went and saw, my friend took me to Gary Clark Jr. Never seen Gary Clark Jr. before. And it was so awesome because, you know, he like took a couple of songs to even really start playing anything, but his solos would always build off 2 or 3 notes and really just milking them. And then he would just start cutting loose, but then always back to just real soulful, cut loose, real soulful, cut loose. And it was just this textbook blues playing. So if you haven't heard of him, check him out. Gary Clark Jr., he's awesome, like the modern day blues cat, right? So the lick. Slowly. can cover that ground too. And then, right? So if you think of it like that, you got all those different, right? And then we got, outside the scale a little bit, right? So that's one of the ways you can kind of modernize your playing and get outside of the pentatonic scale, like over that C. Right, that D. So over that D chord, instead of just, you can, and then I realize that this particular lesson is just all over the place, but like I'm starting to like, I'm like, oh my God, that's a cool idea. That's a cool, and I'm freestyling. I'm just downloading information and spewing it all over the wall of your learning mind and hoping that like 5 ideas stick. But that's what's great about modern technology. We can just rewind. It's like, okay, I know that lick had nothing to do with the lesson, but what did he say? And then I'll show you that lick again, and you can put it in context however you want, because at the end, there's just an empty jam track with no lead playing, and that's where you come in. Okay, so that's the whole lick. Let's do it one more time with the music. Let's get on to chorus lick number 2.